So I'm back. 8:10. So what'd I do? I've been actually working on this for a little bit since I got back. I didn't actually go for very long. They didn't need me that much. They might need me more next time because I'll probably try to go earlier. Probably a good thing because I wasn't prepared as I dressed a little too. I had a thick coat on, a good hat, some gloves, but I was wearing my Vibrams, which are very thin shoes, and it was cold outside. I mean, it is in the low 30s right now, and yeah, my feet were not fans of that nonsense. So I had to. I was ready to leave when I left, so it became quite the endeavor there. So yeah, my feet are still cold. I don't think they've fully recovered yet. I'm still feeling still feeling that cold as they're thawing back out. And I've been home now for 45 minutes at least. So yeah. Okay, so what I've been working on, trying to get this done. Okay, so it did run, or it fully ran through on my Docker side, but still getting issues. Basically, the problem is that when it's trying to push, it's building it, it's doing its thing, it's trying to push, it's logging in correctly, but syntactically speaking, it's still failing on the how I'm executing the push command. So ultimately, I've been trying to do a little bit of self-solution as well as working with AI a little bit to get some ideas. And so far my ideas haven't worked. But so we're going to try this idea, which is something that AI came up with, which is essentially the name of my images, and then I have well, let's see what this is doing here. So we got repositories. So these should be tags. PFFM tag name. Trying to see how I want to build this. I'm not a huge fan of the way this is building it. So it's going to create. It's creating these images, right? So, but I don't think it. I don't think it's going to work. And I think it's because I don't think this can be part of the tag. I think the tag can have this. Yeah. I don't know what all this is. I'm going to see what it looks like. But ultimately, I'm going to take this out of the push. I'm just going to put it in the tag. Oh, that ain't going to work. Nope. Front end. Let's see. Oops, nope. Tag. So it's creating the tag. If the tag has front end in it, I don't think I need it to be in here anyway. Assuming that yeah, I'm taking these out mostly because I don't think this is allowed. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think I'm only allowed. I don't think this is going to work. Besides, I think the tag is getting defined up here. So we got this tag, export tag equals blah, and then we're putting in the tag, which we're putting it into this tag, which is a Docker tag, and then we're putting the tag on here. Oh, maybe not. I'm getting confused as to what this is going to do. All right. Let's just leave it. Just for now, I want to see what this does. I can't fix it until I know what the problem is. So yeah, I don't want to try to be smarter than the code is here. So try individual image tags. And we'll just do commit push again. One thing I did do, oh, at least I thought I did. Oh, did I take it out of here? Shoot. Because this is supposed to build. I took the build out. Why did I do that? Whoops, that's not going to work. There's 2 runs in here too. Oops. Did it take... that's not going to work. But it took the build out. Why did it do that? Dang nibbits. Alright, so we got to do this. So we have this. I'm going to leave the build. I'm going to replace the push. And I'm going to take this out. Because this will put the build, create everything, and then these guys are just going to do the tag and push them. Tag them and push them. Oh, it does have the... Oh wait, it does have the build here. Okay, so I'm fine. I'm not sure why it's doing this though. Why is it building them separately? I don't know. I didn't even know it's called gRPC Gateway, but I mean, I guess it works. It's just... Let's take this out. And we'll see what that does. I want to see if I need that. I'm going to do this build up here. Then we'll do the tag. And tag everything individually. All right. I don't know why I would have to build them separately. Let's try that again. Okay, so now it should kick off, and we'll see what Docker's doing. It's the wrong one. All right, so where is my GitHub? So when you see double dash, if you ever see me do double dash on my code like this on a check-in, it just means it's the same as the one before. I'm basically doing the same thing. I made some tweaks, tried some individual bits, and we'll see. As you can see, I've got a lot of fails here, and they are all failing for different reasons, which I guess is good. They made progress. I'll probably get rid of almost all of these. I like to keep the successes just to kind of show what's going on, but they're also misleading because they're not truly successes. So you know, it's got to pick the good with the bad, I guess. But actually, I should probably change this. I'm 43.1. We'll see how I can go, man. I'm trying to get this last little bit in there. Now it does seem to take about 4 minutes. Now theoretically, if this works, we'll log in, and then after it's done, either I don't know if this automatically refreshes or not, but we should start seeing some tags appearing, either by way of me refreshing this or by the way of it just appearing. Pushed images appear here, so I should get a bunch of images if things are working, because it's creating them. Now the longest part of this process is the build itself, so I gotta wait for the build, and then that's when things should start dumping out to this thing. If everything's working as it's supposed to, which I'm not sure that will, because I don't know where it's putting these builds. I don't know what it's doing. So it could be a path issue, it could be something else. I don't know. I'm not completely convinced on all the parts that are going on here. So really all this did was update my output. And then these are just me asking some questions. Now if I wasted my Claude questions on a couple of just learning. So it was kind of interesting doing the little, I went to a, what do you call it, food bank. And basically they just had a bunch of food that, you know, people who need can go pick up. They're basically grocery shopping. They have a bunch of bins, a bunch of different stuff, and you kind of just walk around and pick up their food. And so I got there, mainly I was told to show up towards the end and help clean up because they have to pick everything up. And I helped. When I got there, one lady needed help getting some stuff for a second person. So I went ahead and did that, helped her do that. And that was fun. And then what else did I do? I helped take down some tarps and, you know, what do you call it, the canopies. It was all good. It was interesting. So I met a couple of people pretty nice there. You'd hope most of the people doing volunteer work are pretty nice. You just think that would be the natural inclination towards those kind of people, unless they're there doing community service. I don't know, but otherwise, yeah, I'll definitely try. I definitely plan to keep going back. The only thing is, I definitely will try dress warmer next time. So okay, so it's been 5 minutes. The last time I tried to run this with individual tags. It blew up at 7 minutes. So I don't know why it's taking so long. Because the other times... Oh, okay. No. It wasn't 7 minutes. That's the total process time. 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. So we're at 6 minutes. That's a long time. 5 minutes. Yeah, this is like the longest one yet. Is it doing anything? Nope, not getting any new images. So that didn't work. Because I should have had images here. It did an error, but it didn't write them out either. And so we want to do the build and push. This is the guy. This is such a big thing. The push refers to repository Docker IO. Well, it's not complaining that the file's not there. Pushed. It says pushed. I don't know where it pushed it to. Because it didn't push it to here. Do I have any new tags? I don't even see the tags. So one of the things it did was create new tags. It should have showed up here. Builds? Nope. Huh. Mounted from blah blah blah. See, I feel like that's not going to work. Like it's trying to put them in the wrong location. Although you would think it would complain. All right, well, let's see what else I can do here. What is the next option? What's your next great idea there, Mr. Claude? Still did not work. No error. In fact, GitHub log even says pushed after each push attempt, but Docker Hub is not showing any new tags / images. And in Claude, you get even less tries than ChatGPT. So I don't know what's Claude gonna say, man. Let's troubleshoot this. First, let's verify the image names and tags. List all images to confirm exact names. Add this step before the push to help diagnose the issue. There are a few potential problems. Image naming. Docker Compose might generate slightly different image names than you expect. Verify the exact image names created during the build. Docker Hub repository names. Docker Hub repository names. Ensure your Docker Hub repository names exactly match what you're pushing Docker Hub. Docker Hub is case sensitive. Authentication. Confirm you're using a Docker Hub access token, not a password. Yes, I'm doing that. Verify the GitHub secret is correctly set up. Yeah, I got that much, I think. Share the output of Docker. What did it do? Docker images, echo, tagging and pushing with tag Well, all right. I mean, really all this does is that was weird. I heard voice. Don't know where it came from. It looks like it's trying to loop some of this stuff. Docker tag, Docker push, if in image, then image. So yeah, it's doing some programming stuff. For service and front end JavaScript gateway imaging game plan, do find the exact image name. Done. So it's trying to match the image exactly. It's interesting. But I do like the idea of the Docker images. Will let me see. Verify you're using a Docker Hub access token, not a password. Ensure your Docker Hub account allows multiple repository creation. No, see, that's just it. It's not multiple repositories. See, that's the thing. Check that you have correct permissions. I don't want to create new repositories. Just new tags in the PFFM repository. See, I was right. That's what I was going to change. When I started changing the code a little bit ago, I was like, I don't think this is going to work. I don't think this is going to work. And then I realized that it wasn't going to work because it doesn't. For some reason, it thought I was creating multiple repositories. Why would I want to create so many repositories for one project? One project repository, man. Let's not make this overly difficult. See, I don't want to do everything. No, I just want this part. I don't even want this piece. Just this to this. Okay, the only difference is here we're using tag and they're taking away the PFFM. So just let's see if this does anything different. Okay. Okay, this will take just a few moments while I step away again. I gotta go, well, honestly, I'm gonna go get a brownie. So let's just be upfront about it. I'm gonna go get me a brownie and some milk and I don't know, throw on some sweats. I'll be right back. I'm wearing my jeans at the moment, so this should keep running for a few minutes. I'll be back before that. How you doing? Any luck? Nothing yet? All right, one more sec. All right. Now, how we doing? Still running? That was only 3 minutes, I guess, but 4 minutes. Ugh. My heater's cranking, but I guess my inner core is still a little on the frozen side or something. So I'm still pretty cold. I was gonna blame the heater not being set right, but it's not that again. This time now it's just me. I'm not real cold, but start moving around and it's cold upstairs. It's colder upstairs than downstairs. Let's see. I can always tell, or I can kind of tell if anything's happening. Maybe if the Docker hub starts updating. Nope, nothing new. Any new tags? Nope, nothing new. So I hope it hasn't tried, because if it's trying tags, then it's failing. My daughter made some brownies, I don't know, 4 days ago. They're a little dry, but man, they're so good. They're just like, when you first bite into them, you're just like, it's kind of dry. But then the chocolate kicks in and it just absorbs your mouth in deliciousness. And I'm like, just enjoying the absorption of chocolate. I'm a chocolate guy. I love chocolate. Dark chocolate's better generally. I mean, darker chocolate. I don't really care for like super dark. Like anything above 80 is getting kind of ridiculous. But 70 to 80 is like the sweet spot. The sweet spot of dark chocolate. I can deal with like lower grades, 60 to 70. Okay, so it looks like we still did not work unless this just did not update. Oh, wait, what? Who, what? Holy McFreeholes, check it out, man. I've got some tags, got game plan, play, but whoa, celebrate good time, come on. I think we got it, man. I think we're all set. Well, we've got them here. I don't know how to run them here, but we got them here. So, hey. Build and tagged. Test is complete. I can set this thing as done. All right. So the next stage is to, I think that's good. I've got it going. I know how to get it to test. I don't know how to run it. Is that even a thing? Can I run them from here? All right. Let's say I want to run this. How do I start? Yeah, I don't even know. Can I? What happens if I click on it? Well, nothing happens. I mean, it just shows you what it is. Yeah, I don't know. let's go see what. All right, let's go see what the let's see what Copilot says. I won't burden Claude with this question. How do I run an image on Docker Cloud? Okay, no, yeah, did that. Yeah. Really? Really? On the cloud? Really? All right, let's try it. Docker run. All right, so my Docker ID. And repository name. See, this is gonna be a pain. I have to run all of these. How come enter doesn't like? Write a Python script. Oh my gosh. So maybe I will burden Claude. Here's a typical deployment Docker compose file. Well, I don't know why it's prod, but whatever. These are test, but okay. Okay. So, all right, so to run this, I basically have to create my same test. So I would almost need to create like a Docker compose test cloud file or something. I don't know why it changes it to prod, but I'm going to try one more. I probably only have about one more question before it's going to tell me I'm done. Uses pull images instead of local builds. Uses environment variables for dynamic tagging. All right, maybe I shouldn't waste my cloud. All right, let's go here and see if I can just update this according to what it says. I'm not totally sure what the benefit is of doing this. Here's why. All right, so they're on the Docker cloud. I guess the benefit is if you have other people who are going to access it. It's really the only reason to put it on the cloud, because you're just pulling the image down and doing the same thing locally as you do in the cloud. But if you've got, say, somebody helping you or other people working on it, they can check in code, it'll go to test, and they can open up the Docker test. But they still got to build it locally. It's like, I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what the I guess the difference is you don't have to build it. Okay, so well, right now I'm leaving my same old password in here, but I'm gonna have to change all that pretty soon. Export Docker username. Set environment variables before running. Export Docker username equals blah. Export tag equals specific tag you want to deploy. Then run. Docker compose -f docker compose.project. A few deployment considerations. Replace sensitive. Yeah, consider. What did I ask it? Why does it think I want to do everything in prod? So basically we would do the same thing . All right, so let's try this. So we got the Docker compose test, and then I'm going to go over here. We're just going to create a copy of the Docker compose test. And instead of saying copy, I'm going to rename this one. I'm going to call it Docker compose test cloud. And the big difference is the image name see, my image names are probably terrible. I mean, it did some weird mumbo jumbo to get my image names. I say that because they're long. I mean, I don't know what the heck this 7D3909F bit is. Oh, I guess it's consistent at least. Go MS integration. Oh, that's the name of the branch. Oh, huh. So that's interesting. So it's going to create my branches so we could... Just trying to think of the best way to call these. I guess if you know... How is it setting tags? Export. Set environment variables before running. Docker name, your Docker hub name. And then export tag. Oh. And then Docker. Oh. Okay. So I'm going to copy these. And I'm going to put them here. Under my, I call it design, Docker, Docker cloud, Docker compose dash test dot cloud test dash cloud dot Docker compose dot test dash cloud. I'm confusing myself. Yeah, it's dot test dash cloud dot YAML. Usage. So we got to run. I got to copy this. We set this. And then we run this. And It's a little bit of work, but it might be able to be done here. And then the tag, well, it's going to be blah, 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 and then the tag. Okay, so tag is going to be everything that is not this. It's this piece. Blah, 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 blah. Oops, I guess I don't even need that. All right, so I'm getting this set up so I can. All right, so basically what I need to do is I need to take basically this and put it on every single one of my items on this new file. So the new file is going to be basically. I keep saying basically a lot. Sorry about that. I'm gonna go. It's very basic. That's why I'm saying it so much. Don't hate me for being basic. And we'll go there, and then we gotta do it again here. I don't know. Oh, probably because it's called gRPC Gateway there. Oh, that's lame. All right, so it's gRPC dash gateway, and then we gotta do it here, which is probably just AMG auth. And we're going to go here. We're going to go game plan. Oh, wait. That's the one I copied. It's game plan. And then this is playbook. Oops. And then that's it. And I don't think they really changed anything else. I have a lot of things I need to replace with secrets though. So I got some passwords and garbage in here that I don't want. But and then I gotta change the passwords. I'll do that later. Again, I don't have anything in here of significance that I'm too worried about. All right. I guess the only thing I can do now is run it, right? And that means going okay, and then it's this command. Drum roll, please. Oh! Blew up on the first thing. Wait, who said anything about Nengrok? Oh. Wait. Wait, where's Nengrok? Who said anything about Nengrok? Is there an Nengrok in that command somewhere I didn't see? I copied test. Oh. Oh, whoops. Never mind. I did not put the right file name in there. Stuff happened, except some stuff didn't. GFC gateway. Okay. The gateway one blew up. What is wrong with my gateway? gRPC gateway. gRPC dash gateway. gRPC dash gateway. Oh, the dash is not okay. Well, pooties. Can I change the name of a gateway or a thing without causing it any headache? So I can't use a dash? Wait a minute. It's got a dash in the tag up here. Didn't complain about it. I mean, it's got dashes just in the second part. Got a container name. What's the wrong with the? What's the name with? What's wrong with that container name? PFFM gRPC. PFFM gRPC dash gateway dash tag. Did I put some spaces in? Is there a space I'm missing here? Because I've been running gRPC gateway locally using the gRPC dash gateway for a while. Of course, it was called just dash gateway earlier, but I still had it's just a dash. Because even in their previous forms, they still had dashes. I mean, even front end has a dash in it. What is... I do not see what the problem is. Invalid container name. It's underscore dash. Let me see what Docker is saying is invalid about this container name. / where? But they all have that. But the other ones didn't blow up. Oh. 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 I see what I did. I sees it. I sees it, and I sees it good. All right. Well, all right. I got to undo pretty much this entire thing. Yeah, I have to put an image in here, which I did not. I tried to change the name of the container. I'm not sure why those other ones didn't fail right away, but this one certainly did. gRPC-gateway. mgauth and game plan. Playbook. I am really glad that I'm doing this early. It's just let me say it now. I'm really glad I'm doing this early because I have there's a lot going on here. And if I had to do this when I'm done, when I probably have 20 different images or 20 different services, this is like easy, right? I can add a new service to this at any time. I mean, it's just like copy and paste that section and adjust it for whatever the name is. But if I had to make these tweaks on 20 different services, and I may have more services than that, who knows when I'm done, but that would have been a nightmare. And then trying to get all of them to work because you're trying to, like, during the whole time of trying to get all of them to build and compile, and just working through each one, and working with one at a time and adding it it's going to be so much more efficient. You know, less like. All right, so it's pulling them all. It's running them. It's running them. We may just have us a test Docker. Oh yeah, yeah, sirree. Looking good. So far, so good. Now I have no idea what's gonna. Running, recreated, recreate. Front end always takes longer. All right, says we started them all. I don't understand why that one says running and these ones say started, but okay. So if I go here, now in theory, oh, okay. See, my front end is now saying it's coming from the Docker hub. Huh. Check it out, guys. I got me a fully running Docker test environment running from the Docker hub. Now I can share my images with whoever's working with me on this. Sweet. And now it automatically deploys from GitHub. So I check in my files. It deploys to the Docker test hub. And you just use the what do you call it? Image name. You set that at the beginning, run it. You've got the new set of data, new set of fun stuffing. Ah, sweet. I'm ready. Tomorrow I try to get the prod one working. So we're almost there. Okay, so now, I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know why it's showing logged in though. That's kind of weird. I don't know why it's showing logged in. Because it should have just been like a fresh instance. How is that working? Did it carry my cookie over? I mean, how's that working? How is that even possible? By the way, I don't have a log out or way to undo this. I don't have a delete account or log out or anything like that. So I'm stuck as long as that cookie's good. But I am curious how it managed to. I'm going to ask just. I'll call the Copilot Junior. Okay, so it is running. I do have a question though. Why is the instance showing me as logged in? Should the DB be fresh? Yes. Did it copy the cookie into the build from my local machine? If your Docker file or build process, copy over any local configuration files such as cookies or system files. These could be for the container. Docker volumes. If you are using Docker volumes and mapping directories from your host machine to the container, any session file. Environment variables. Check if any sensitive. If you are accessing the instance through a web browser, it might be using cookies stored in your browser's cache, even if the backend database is fresh. To avoid these issues, ensure Docker file does not inadvertently copy over sensitive files, and carefully manage your Docker volumes and environment. You can start the container with a clean slate by removing any cached files or configuration before building the image. Okay. How would... What happens if I just refresh this? Or like Shift F5? Huh. How would I put a cache in a Docker? To clear the cache in a Docker instance, you can use the Docker system prune command. This command remove all unused containers, networks, images, both dangling and unreferenced, and optional volumes. Here's how you can do it. Stop all running containers. Oh no, this is... I don't think you understood what I was saying. I didn't mean the Docker cache. I meant like the internet cache. I'm not too worried about it if it continues to work. But it is kind of curious. I will probably try to avoid... I'll probably have to figure out how to avoid putting that stuff in. It did say there's a way to do it, but I don't want to... I don't know if it'll like carry over to someone else, and I probably do have to set up, you know, creating an unlog, log out, whatever you want to call it. Log. But hey, we got it. So now that I've got that checked, I'm going to go check it off. I think I can call that one good. Yay me. Now, after that, we have... Well, I definitely have some other things that need to be done. So let's see what we got here. On the development process, I can check off on my sprint. Let's see, check in, auto deploy to Docker test. We got that. Create Docker file for prod. Well, I do have that in progress. Google Auth is still getting going. I'm still calling these statuses in test, but I might be able to start moving them to actually saying they're done. In fact, I mean, they are done. I mean, for what they were supposed to be anyway. I mean, obviously nothing's going to be 100% until I'm ready to go to production, but I don't count anything ready for production really. Implement prod public facing access. GitHub C continuous delivery. Okay, so that's the next thing. I want to get this going. Create Docker file for prod. I have that going. I don't know if this is going to make it. I'm going to have to tag this as unlikely. Probably not going to get it finished. Sorry, on track. You didn't make the trip. And this one's now going to be... Yeah, that's not getting done. I should probably change one to not happening. Unlikely. These guys, I still think I have hope. I'm going to try to get these done. I'm going to use tomorrow as my floater day, which is what I've been trying to say. My Fridays are going to be my floater day to try to clean up some tasks. I think now that I've got a working... Really, the only difference between prod and test is I got to put the ngrok thing in. I don't yet know how I'm going to do that. But hopefully I can copy the test, turn it into a prod. I'll probably copy the test, turn it into a dev, copy a prod, copy the test and turn it into a prod. Use the test one. Actually, I'm not even sure why there's a couple of things I need to do on this next sprint. So today is kind of supposed to be planning day. I didn't really do it. Well, tomorrow's, if I say it ends tomorrow, then I can say tomorrow's planning day. I would rather planning day. I'd rather planning day be tomorrow. Can I? What can I do with this? Tomorrow morning, and then use the rest of the day for floater day. Can I edit this? How do I change the dates of this? Create edit sprint. Edit options for sprint. Sprint name. Aha, here we go. We're going to change this. Can I change it? Because I want it to be Fridays instead. Apparently not. Nope. I'm stuck. There's no change in this. It's like, yeah, you're not changing that, man. Sprint ClickUp has several settings that impact how sprints will be managed. Sprints are available on every ClickUp plan. Sprint automation, sprint dashboard cards. 100 uses of sprint points are available on our free forever and unlimited plans. I don't even know what 100 uses of sprint points are. What are sprint points? Wow, I'm going to need a lot more than 100. Oh, is it 100 per sprint? That's still not very much. So why would you even limit that? It's just like a value. It's a random goofy value. The article, enable the sprint points ClickUp. To enable sprint points to your workspace, in the upper right corner, click your workspace avatar. Select apps, then click apps. Search or browse. Configure your sprint point settings. You can set your own value for the points, and there are also optional settings for you can enable. You'll need to choose one or more spaces to enable sprint points for. To set a value for your sprint points from the sprint points, my toes are like boiling hot right now. You're like, what? Where'd that come from? Well, you know, like I said, my feet were frozen when I was outside doing the volunteer stuff, and they were like super cold, and I think they're like overcompensating right now. They're warm now, but they're cranking out some significant heat. I know. I'm like that. I'll come out of left field with some random statement. You're like, wait, what? What are you mumbling about, dude? 1 second, you're talking about sprint points, and then you're talking about how your toes are warm. That's one of the things about sitting with my foot up on the chair with me. You can set your own value for sprint points. If you're using the sprint points ClickUp, you can set sprint points for one or multiple assignees. Make sure the multiple assignee ClickUp is enabled. Open a task. The full option for multiple assignees don't display when using the slash. To the left of the assignee's avatar. I don't even know what that is. I mean, I know what these are and how they work, but I don't know how they're different from just putting in an effort number. Wow. Sounds like micromanagement 101. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it. I was just curious what the heck that was. So I didn't change anything. So what I should probably do is create a sprint. And then this one is going to go Friday. All right. Stop it. We're going to do Friday. Still 2 weeks. I wanted to go Friday to Friday every 2 weeks. Because I want, and then we're going to run this, my plan is the sprint planning goes for Friday morning. And then, you know, Friday's whatever. It's not really I'm not even going to call it the first day of the sprint. I'm going to call it the float day between sprints. And then Monday's when the sprint actually starts, but Friday morning. The only drawback to doing that is I should probably do it like I am Thursday, but if we do Thursday night, the thing is, if you say it's the sprint ends on, if you say the sprint ends on Thursday, then the first day of the sprint is Thursday. I mean, it always counts the day of the sprint as being the first day of the sprint, right? So I'd rather do it Thursday night, but if you do that, it's going to say it's Wednesday because Thursday becomes the first day. So if I say Friday, then we either I have to meet on Friday or plan my day on Friday, plan my sprint on Friday. It's almost better to plan your sprint the day before the sprint. And then you just have Friday to mark everything off for the sprint. Plan sprint 2 kind of thing, or next sprint. Measure of effort. Sure, sprint points. How else do you do this? Time, sprint points. Yeah, it's fine. Sprint. Automate sprints. When sprint ends, then mark sprint as done. Sprint settings. Format, time zone, start date. Alright. That's probably why I couldn't change stuff, because it's already on here. But I'm going to say this is how we're going to do it instead. Alright, create. Sprint 1. Woo! Sprint 2. I know there's a day in the middle. That's okay. We don't really have much. Do they have a way to carry over items into a sprint? So things that aren't going to make it. How do I carry over items? Convert to, duplicate, remind me, send email, merge, templates, archive. Because I don't think it's going to make it. I mean, even with the floater day, I'm probably not getting Google Auth done. So tomorrow, my whole plan is to get these 3 prod items done, which means the Google Auth and the Twitch Auth are going to miss the boat. And these guys I'll mark as done because they really are done for the purposes of test is kind of what I'm considering done at this point, because we're not going to prod. Yes, eventually everything needs to go to prod, but I don't even have a prod environment up yet. So I can't very well say I'm going to prod. All right, so let's go here and see, click up. Click up. How to carry over sprint items. Open sprint. Oh, go to sprint you want to manage. Identify unfinished tasks. Click on the unfinished task view. Below the views bar, select tasks. If you don't want to move all tasks, you can move tasks. Clear on move tasks to the next sprint. I hate moving stuff, but I'm going to just say do it now. So unfinished sprint reporting. Okay, where's the unfinished tasks? Time columns. Oh, this sprint has 7. Okay. Haha. Okay, so we're going to move the Twitch one and the Google Auth one. Those guys are getting moved. I mean, it could have been worse. I think Auth was just way bigger than I expected it to be, just in general, getting all that functionality in. I got a lot of the Google Auth done, but there's just no way I'm getting it done Well, I don't like to overcommit on, especially with a Friday. My cleanup needs to be stuff I can easily get done, or not easily, but have a fairly good chance of getting done. There we go. That'll clean that up. I'm curious. Is there a way? Print list settings, custom fields, group used by type. Not really. I was trying to see if there's a way to mark items in test as done for the sprint. I guess my goal was only to get to prod or to testing, but eventually I do need to go to prod. But prod means it's fully vetted, and I don't even have unit testing done yet, or unit testing code done. So in this term, in this state of things, I think I want to just go to is it possible to set ClickUp sprint items complete when they reach test instead of prod? Yes, please. It's like, would you like me to show you how to do this? Yes. Let me look up the manual. It's like, I may have misspoke. It's like, it's not exactly a thing. I kind of thought it might have been, but no, not so much. Whatever it is, I stumped it. It says, I didn't expect you to say yes. Not started. Okay, so how do I change the settings? How to say? I'm just. I think I stumped it. All right. Well, you need to answer my question. Yes. Step-by-step help would be great. Yeah, I can't even stop it. It's stuck. Come on, Copilot. Upload an image. I don't know, whatever I did, I'm causing it some consternation here. Yeah, Look, it's blown up. Fine. Let's go talk to dumb chat GPT. It's in the dumb stage. Its brain is shut off for the night. Now you have till 8:20. Oh, look, it's back. Open the space, folder, or list and click up. Navigate to the location of your Sprint items. Click on the Automations tab in the top menu. Alright, so I got my Sprint folder. Click on the Automations tab in the top menu. Automations? I don't have automations. Oh, there it is, automations. Okay. Create the new automation. Okay. Click Add Automation. Well, I'm guessing I'm in the Add Automation right now. Oh. Okay. Select the trigger and action. Trigger. When status changes to test, status changes to well, something else. It's not here. Testing. As set task as complete. And then action. Set. Wait, what? Oh, do I have to say what this is? Tasks. Okay. That's not exactly what I wanted, though. I want to change. I want it to still say testing. Not exactly what I wanted. I think I want it to stay in a. I want it to stay in a testing status. I just want it to be considered complete for the sprint purposes. That might not be doable. I might be asking for something on to keep a task in testing status while marking it complete for sprint. Propose a purpose and ClickUp. You can adjust the sprint's done statuses. ClickUp allows you to define which statuses count as completed. Aha, see, that's what I wanted. Navigate to your sprint folder. All right, let's try that again. Let's go here. All right, so I got my sprint folder. Click the sprint settings icon gear icon next to the sprint view. Your sprint folder or list. Click on the sprint settings. Which is where? Folder settings? Gear near the sprint view. Sprint folder settings. Okay. All right. There we go. Look for the section labeled Done Statuses. Is there a section labeled Done Statuses? I don't see a section labeled Done Statuses. Wait, do I have to click on something else? Click the sprint settings icon gear near the sprint view. Oh, sprint ends, then mark. When sprint is done, then create a new sprint. When sprint is done, then move incomplete tasks to next sprint. When sprint is done, then archive old sprints. These are all things I can't do right now because I have to upgrade for 12 bucks a month, but I don't want to do that. Sorry, I don't want to do any of those. When sprint ends, mark sprint as done. That's fine. Automations, creating new sprint. Okay, so that's not the thing I want. Customize, here we go. Auto layout, auto refresh, protect view, set default, copy link, add to favorites. Nope. Oh, maybe. I don't see this thing it's talking about. I mean, this is the sprint view. All right, let's try this. Sprint done status. Statuses. Scoping and development testing. How to adjust when sprint item is done. To adjust when a sprint item is marked as done, you can use the sprint automations feature in ClickUp. Sprint automations, ClickUp provides automations manage sprints efficiently. One of these automations marking tasks as done. Marking a sprint as done does not automatically update the status of the tasks. Select folder settings and sprint folder settings. Click the automations tab. Toggle desired automation. I feel like it's there. I don't want to mark my item as done, but I want sprint completion statuses. Sprint completion status. The scroll bar is booking, but there's nothing moving here. No. No. All right, well, I don't know if this is possible then. Because this says it exists. I'm sorry. This says it exists, but I don't see it anywhere. Navigate to your sprint folder. Click the sprint settings icon gear icon. Sprint settings icon. Gear near the sprint view. I am not seeing it. This is the only folder settings I see. Task statuses. Custom fields, automations. Oh. Oh, can I put... Oh, okay, so I can put testing here. Alright, well, I like that, but... Open the Space Status Manager to make changes to this template. I don't really need inherit from space. I don't mind the inheriting from space, but how do I adjust? If I do this, it totally wipes them all out. No, I don't want it. I don't want. I just want to add. No, I don't. I want. No, no, I say. Whoa. Those aren't terrible. Open, pending, in progress, completed. I'm okay with this. I just need to figure out how to edit it. Open this to make changes to this template. Progress icons, that's fine. Can I move this now? Aha. For now, we're going to mark that. Oh, what? Wait, what just happened? I went to change something and it totally undid itself. No! Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I gotta laugh, you know. If you can't you can't laugh at things, you could just drive yourself bonkers, you know. You gotta, because it just, if you can't laugh at things, you're gonna throw things out the window. It's like, beep 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 beep. Okay, I can't even find where I was. We go here. Task statuses. Okay, this is what I want. Space. Open the space status manager. Make changes to this template. But when you open it, it says, okay, well, there you go. That's all you got to do. And then as soon as you make a change, it just twinks. See, like, I drag test. Okay, whatever. Okay, that worked. Testing. That's all I wanted. I think in fact that might be the only thing I want to change for the purposes of my stuff. I just want to move it to testing to done. Everything else, I think I will leave. I don't know what in review. What is in review? In review is like, is that peer review? I guess peer review should probably be done too, right? Because, yeah. There we go. Alrighty. Alrighty then. Now, what do we got? Still says I have 5 unfinished tasks. Even though they're supposed to be done. But maybe it can't, since it's already a finished thing. I don't know. But we'll see, I guess, next sprint. We'll see if it worked. It says I have 5 unfinished tasks, which says move 7 tasks to next sprint. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, because that task is not finished. That one's done. Oh, I did this. This is what I just finished. Oh, I see. I have to actually tell it to say it's done. I don't know why. This one can't just be it's done. There we go. So it's still in testing, but it's considered done, I think. Because then I should be able to go look up, like, because it's still in testing. So it's not finished. Eventually I can take all the tests, I can change the status requirements to production to be done. But those will be for, like, when I get to that phase. Maybe in a few months. Maybe even in a month. I don't know. As soon as I get a production thing running, then I can say, let's send them to production. But there's a lot of bits and parts, and I don't know what I want to say is fully complete. I guess I got to decide if a particular feature's 100% of what it's expected to be, even if it's not expected to be 100% of what I want it to be, then it could still be done. As long as it functions exactly like it's supposed to, then it can go to prod. That's really all it comes down to. And then eventually you want it to be supposed to be more, but I want to be able to add things like automated testing and do things like that. And that's why I'm putting stuff in test. So I can start adding some automated testing and start getting that kind of state of things going. Create Docker file for prod. Now this is tomorrow's plan. I'm going to get these guys done. And I don't know. I have to get ngrok going. Implement prod public facing access, which means install and implement. Actually, let's just say install and grok implement and grok for GitHub deployment. Set up GitHub deployment on PR group. Oh, I guess that's the other task. So I guess I don't need this one. Run successful GitHub deployment. Test public access to application. All right, so this one, do I need this one? Oh, GitHub CD. Well, that's part of it. Review steps for GitHub deployment, PR approval. Okay. And then we're going to go here. We're going to go. I don't think there's any. Well, I think I'm done, guys. I've kind of planned out my day for tomorrow. I don't know if I really want to start on this right now. I think it'll go. I'd like to think it's going to go pretty smooth, since a lot of it's just going to be what I've already done. I'm just doing it by copying files, tweaking them for production. The big thing, the big mystery piece is ngrok. Okay, I got to get ngrok installed. And then I believe the workflow will be just when I create a workflow for prod, it's going to go in the PR fires and it's going to go emerge to main. And that's what I got to do tomorrow. So I'm going to try to merge my code to main. And then I think we're in good shape for actually running this thing. So I think we're close, really super uber duper close. Now the big thing is, I'm not sure how some stuff is going to work, because we haven't got to Unity yet, and I don't know how Unity's gonna. How does Unity work with Docker? It's gonna put the services out there, but still, people are gonna have to go get the APK and install it. So that would have to be on Docker. Let's do a quick question. Oh, it's 10:01. Man, it's getting late. Well, yeah, I'm gonna do a quick question. So, when I start developing my my Unity Android. Oops. Android application. And add it to my source how exactly, if at all, do I use Docker with it? Huh. Okay, there you go. It's definitely a thing. Just serving the Unity APK. After building a Unity Android application, use Docker to deploy a service that hosts your APK files for distribution or testing. Nginx to serve the APK example Docker file. Huh. Okay, well, there you go. It's possible. I don't know how that's going to host. I don't know how that all works, but I'm not there yet. We're getting there. Hopefully, my goal is to have testing, production, and at least one workable piece of everything, well, for Android. And, well, obviously the React app's already going to be out there. But having a little bit of everything available and on the prod stuff within 2 to 3 months. I mean, even if it's the most basic of stuff from the Unity side. I don't know. I don't know what's going to be available there. But I want to have everything there. And even have like a dummy APK that just does... that's just got a field or something, some crazy thing. But there will be stuff within a, I'm hoping even within a, let's see, where are we? Middle of January. So I'm hoping by the end of February, we have something out there for the Unity application that's fully deployed. The APK is ready. It's just out there. It just doesn't mean it's going to be a full game, a full app yet, but just to have all the infrastructure. That's my goal. 100% base infrastructure complete by the end of February. That just means, I say base infrastructure. There's always going to be stuff that comes down the line, like if we ever need to move to Azure or some other cloud hosting app, or we need to start doing stuff like implementing Kubernetes or other hardware crap that if we need to, for some reason we start thinking that we need more hardware, but that's going to take, money and time, and I don't think I'm going to be there. But that's like way down the road. That's like ending infrastructure, final infrastructure. Base infrastructure is just getting all this stuff in place, which includes getting some unit testing in, which again, I'm hoping I can get that going soon, if not in this next sprint. I'm really kind of cranking out I'm trying every sprint to get something done on the app. So you can see that I got a little bit in on the, on the UI side, and that was getting the log in, log out, all that stuff kind of going in. I still got some features there that obviously need to be put in, which is going to be the ability, let's see, feature log in with. Let's see, I should be able to go here and still see Twitch and Google. Yeah, we're getting there. Account page needs to have things like add login, create page. Oh, wait, do I not have any new account page? Oh, here's account maintenance. What's account maintenance got? Account maintenance. Delete account. Log out. I don't have a log out, but do I need a log out? I don't think we need a log out. I don't think I see very many apps that actually have you. Well, no, I guess that's not true, because you might log out. Maybe you want to switch an account or something. So I should probably say feature PBI log out. And part of that is, you know, the account web page needs all this stuff added as well. So this is not backlog idea, but I'll go PBI add log out add. Some of these things are connected. I don't even know if I need them. These are minor. In fact, you know what? Screw that. Screw that nonsense, man. I'm not doing that. It does need to be done, but I'm going to add it as part of the account maintenance. PBI logout, which is just going to be something like create let's see, logout microservice function add link in UI and web UI add only problem with this is add to Android UI, which it could be a problem because it's going to be, how do I add this PBI to this? Add to Android UI. Which means I gotta have to get all that stuff going. Delete account, same thing. Create MS function. Add to web UI. Add to Android UI. The hardest part about these is create. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Microsoft function. It's microservice function. Add to web UI. Add to Android UI. There's one more thing we need to add, and that is implement email validation at register. And that's also part of password recovery. Kinda. Actually, it's not. Email validation has to happen when you register, but password recovery, you'll use that email address. Implement email validation. I have no idea, but this is going to be a function of some kind. Create MS function. And then add to web UI, add to Android UI. Oops. I'm going to change this. I'm going to go create MS email send function. Create MS receive email receive function. So as you can see here, there's a lot to creating a game that's robust and complete. I mean, all this stuff. This is why it takes people years to get one done. And I feel like I'm doing pretty good though, considering I'm only like, I started this in like the last week of October. And so I've got November, December, and I'm going on month 3. I'm 2.5 months in. I'm working on this. And I feel like I've gotten a fair amount done in that time. It could be worse. I'm cranking along. I've got me some basic visuals and some basic navigation and connection. And as all this becomes more and more visible, once I start getting this production piece available, then I can start saying, hey man, I've got a full working app out there. It doesn't do much yet, but I'll start being able to add more and more and more and more to that. I hope to be able to add a lot, start really focusing on the code. Now that I'm getting the infrastructure done, and once I start getting me some basic unit testing structure in place, or I call automated testing in place, then I think I'll be able to heads down just code on parts and pieces. You know, and just, I mean, yeah, I'm going to keep tripping over things as I try to get it set up for deployment. But it just means that now that it's there, adding parts and pieces to the deploy process should be easier because we already know what works, what doesn't. And all we need to do is make sure that changes made don't break what's already there. So that'll be kind of the big test, right? Make sure certain things run, that we're not breaking anything. It'd be kind of interesting to see if I can add like a Docker call and look for errors and do that kind of thing. I don't know what I can do, but it's like if you save something, certain tests need to check for things, right? If you check something into code, it's going to try to build it in Docker and it's going to run into errors. I mean, you got to make sure everything compiles. Even right now, you're going to get a fair amount of things going on, and I wonder if I can get like, oh, that's probably an infrastructure thing I should look into. Does GitHub? Let's go look at my email. The reason I say this is because I wonder if was GitHub sending me errors when things blew up? You know, it's like when I try to do the yeah, run failed. Oh, good. So it does send me emails. So these are the ones that failed. I don't know. So failed. What it doesn't tell you is run succeeded or run complete or anything like that. it just goes, you just have a bunch of loser happening here. It doesn't say that you had some successful completions. I guess it assumes that you knew that it succeeded. Just in case you didn't notice that it failed, though, there's a bunch of failures. All right, well, cool. I think we're good. You know what? I think that's a good stopping spot. It's 10:15. I don't need to stay up too late tonight, man. I got Friday tomorrow, and Friday means staying up late gaming. Yep, I'll be gaming. I will be, I don't know what I'm going to be gaming tomorrow. Hopefully my computer will work the whole time I'm doing it, though. I don't know what I'm going to be gaming on. I'm sure I'll think of something. Maybe some more Switch. I haven't gotten as far as I'd like to, but... Oh, that's true. I don't even have my Elgato installed. I don't know. We'll come up with something. I got to game something. Get that gaming bug fixed for the weekend. I do have my play practice tomorrow. This is my last 2 days of practice before my play. Before my acting debut. Stage performance. Anyway.